There comes a moment in every man's life when he stops blaming the world. Not because the world became kinder, not because life got easier, but because he finally realizes a brutal truth. No one is coming to save you. Not your friends, not your family, not your motivation, not your future self. And if you don't get up, you will stay exactly where you are. Most men don't fail because they're not intelligent. They fail because they live inside a lie. A comfortable lie. It sounds like this. I'll start when I'm ready. I'll start when I feel motivated. I'll start when life calms down. I'll start when I stop feeling tired. But listen carefully. You are not tired. You are addicted to comfort. You're not burned out. You're overstimulated, distracted, weakened by too much pleasure. You wake up and your mind is already full. Full of scrolling, full of noise, full of other people's lives. And when it's time to build your own, you have nothing left. You think your problem is stress? It's not. Your problem is that your life has no structure. No standards, no discipline, no identity. You don't have a schedule. You have moods. And your moods change every day. Some days you feel powerful. Some days you feel hopeless. Some days you feel motivated. But most, you feel nothing. And that is the most dangerous state. Because a man who feels nothing will accept anything. A job he hates, a body he disrespects, a relationship that drains him, a life that makes him numb. People talk about alone season like it's a trend. Like it's an aesthetic. Cold showers, gym clips, dark edits, sad music. But real alone season doesn't look cool. It looks like silence. It looks like waking up early while everyone else is sleeping. It looks like eating simple meals because you're building discipline. It looks like going to the gym even when your chest feels heavy. It looks like deleting people who only show up when you're doing well. It looks like disappearing. Because you finally understand the world rewards results, not potential. This is where most men get stuck.
Because they want to improve, but they still want to be liked. They want discipline, but they still want company. They want greatness, but they still want comfort. Listen, when you start upgrading your life, some people will hate you for it. Not because you did something wrong, but because your discipline reminds them of their weakness. Your progress becomes a mirror. And weak people don't like mirrors. So they'll joke about you, they'll downplay your goals, they'll call you too serious, they'll tell you to relax. But what they really mean is, Please stay the same so I don't feel guilty. There is a day when a man gets tired of himself. Not tired like sleepy. Tired like disgusted. Tired of the excuses. Tired of the same mistakes. Tired of the same version. And that day, something snaps. He doesn't complain anymore. He doesn't talk about it anymore. He just starts. Quietly. And nobody notices. Because real change is silent. But there is something most people never say out loud. Discipline is not only about doing more. Discipline is about cutting things out. Cutting what makes you weak. Cutting the habits that keep you slow. Cutting the people who pull you back to the old version of you. And the hardest part is not working. The hardest part is working when you feel absolutely nothing. Not sad, not happy, not excited, not angry. Just empty. And you still get up. You still show up. You still do it. That is real strength. Most people think discipline is punishment. It's not. Discipline is self-respect.
It's you telling yourself, I don't care how I feel, I do what needs to be done. That's power. Not motivation. Not hype. Not inspiration. Power is waking up when you don't want to. Power is training when your mind begs you to stop. Power is saying no when pleasure calls your name. Power is staying consistent when nobody is watching. Look at your life. Your bank account, your body, your confidence, your relationships, your mental strength. Everything you have is a reflection of your standards. If your standards are low, your life will be low. If your standards are weak, your life will be weak. If your standards are random, your life will be chaos. So stop asking for better results. When you refuse to raise your standards, this part will hurt. Because it's the truth. You don't need to feel better. You need to become better. Feeling better is easy. Eat, sleep, scroll, watch, escape. But becoming better it requires discomfort. It requires sacrifice. And the reason you've been stuck for years is because you keep choosing comfort. Let me ask you a question. How many more years are you willing to waste? How many more mornings will you wake up with regret? How many more times will you promise yourself tomorrow? How many more times will you look in the mirror and feel disappointed? Because the cost of staying the same is not small. It's your life. And the scariest part, time doesn't care. Time will take everything. Your youth, your strength, your opportunities.
And one day, you will be older. And you will realize you had time. You just didn't use it. If you're serious about upgrading, accept this now. Some people will not come with you. You will lose friends. You will lose comfort. You will lose the old version of yourself. And yes, you will feel lonely. But loneliness is not a curse. Loneliness is a training ground. It's where you learn how to stand alone, how to work without applause, how to move without validation. And when you master that, you become dangerous. Because you no longer need anyone to become who you are. You don't become disciplined by thinking about it. You become disciplined by doing disciplined things. One day at a time. One rep at a time. One early morning at a time. One hard choice at a time. And slowly, your identity changes. You stop being the guy who wants to improve. You become the guy who does. This is not a motivational speech. This is a warning. Because your future is being decided right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next month. Right now. Every time you choose comfort, you vote for weakness. Every time you choose discipline, you vote for strength. And one day, those votes become your life. So if you're still waiting for motivation, keep waiting. But don't be surprised when nothing changes. Because real men don't wait. They build. In silence.